تكون أكيد آراء قيمة بس حتى ما أخذ وقت كتير. بس إذا بنترك كل شيء أنا بقول إنه أنت بالسوشيال ميديا هذا عبارة عن منبر استفادي منه بأي طريقة ممكنة، لكن أنت ضلي حافظي على كينونتك، ضلي حافظي على قوة أنوثتك الموجودة عندك وحبك لذاتك وقيمة نفسك، ما تضيع بعجقة الحياة وبعجقة التقليد وبعجقة هالكومبيتيشن اللي موجودة كلياتها بالحياة.
جميل 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 جدا، ربي يسعدك. صح، المشاعر مرة مهمة إن الواحد يعني في الطفولة تكون المشاعر ملخبطة، والواحد يعني ما هو عارف بالضبط إيش معنى المشاعر وكيف يتعامل مشاعر. جميل جدا، جميل أستاذة آية، شكرا شكرا جدا.
شكرا لك.
طيب دحين تقدري تقولي ده بالإنجليزي ولا أنا ترجمة؟ So Ustaz Aya shared with us. Can you share it in English?
Yeah, it's about believing in the power of the feminism inside yourself, and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Just believe about your self-worth and love yourself as you are, because your self-image is very important, and you can't yeah, and don't feel the pressure of the social media to be like anyone other. You are beautiful as you are, and keep going, keep educate yourself, train yourself to be better and better, and know your own worth. This is very important.
Thank you so much, Coach Aya. Thank you. And so someone told me that I didn't open the record. أحد قال لي إني ما فتحت التسجيل، ففتحت التسجيل. فسلام جميعا، أهلا بكم في ابتسامة يوم الأحد. Welcome everyone for another Sunday Smile. Thank you, Coach Aya, so much.
You're welcome.
شكرا أستاذة آية. So we're going to translate it in Arabic and in English, and you can translate it also in your own language when you talk. Hi, Alia, how are you?
Hi, you're talking with me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Hi, Dale. Thank you for joining me here. Thank you. I'm appreciated to feel you, beautiful woman from around the world, and thank you from Russia, and Russian woman is here with you.
Yay. So Alia, can you tell us more about yourself, and what's your definition of feminism, and how do you empower women? And also, if you went back to your childhood, what you will tell the little girl?
I know. I think that for me, feminism is the path of my life, because since my childhood, I've been faced with oppression, spiritual pressure, ethnical pressure, cultural pressure, physical pressure, you know, and nowadays we've been faced with government and police violence a lot. So, and we have a lot of this tough energy. And one day I felt that this pressure was internalized. So, and working with this internalized oppressor is my main task right now, because, you know, people can tell you everything about you, and good and bad and wherever, but working with this inner oppressor, it's only your task. And through the psychology and art therapy, I'm trying to empower myself and women around me to build inner power, inner strength, and to feel yourself the way you are, the way you want to be in this world, to listen your own voice, and to not to give up to these people, because this is just their opinion, but you have your own destiny and your own path. So, and I try to inspire women and men, and thank God I just live with, I'm just surrounded by beautiful men also, not only women. Yes, and we have really not so, we have a lot of men here in Russia in our culture that are really safe, but we have a lot of men that really try to protect us at the same time. So, and I just I love them, and I try to empower them too, to feel their beautiful power, not that violent power, but the beautiful, safe power, so they know that they have this special gift. So not only women, but men also. And I'm drawing, and I'm making art classes, and I do art therapy sessions, and I do client sessions, psychological. I'm PhD in psychology. So this is my path, and I'm so happy to be here on this
I'm
path.
so happy you're here with us. Your art is amazing. Alia is an art therapist. She's amazing artist, and your work is really empower everyone, not just women. So Alia, if you went back to your childhood as a little girl, what you will tell yourself?
Oh, thank you, Rima. You said спасибо большое. Thank you. I really appreciate that in the Russian language. Thank you.
You can translate what you said in Russian, and then we can get back to that question.
Thank you. I really speak with little Aliyah a lot. And I always try to empower her, not to listen all these people around, but to listen her heart, and to trust people which are safe for her, and just go ahead. Just don't listen them. Don't listen bad things, because I had really tough time in the school. I was oppressed by my classmates. So, and I tried to connect with Aliyah of those ages and said that you're beautiful, you're right. It's gonna be your spiritual path and your creative path. So just observe all this troubled world and just be inspiration. We need inspiration here. So, and I try to empower her all the time.
That's amazing. Thank you, Alia, so much, so much. Thank you, thank you. So I'm going to translate what you said in Arabic. I'm going to try. So Alia هي أخصائية علاج نفسي بالفن. عندها PhD دكتوراه في هذا المجال، وهي تدعم المرأة من خلال رسمها، من خلال العلاجات اللي تقدمها مو بس للمرأة، للرجل كمان. وهي لما كانت طفلة كانت طفولتها شوية قاسية، فتقول إنه لو رجعت للزمن للوراء لطفولتها إنها حتحتوي عليا، وإنها حتدعمها وحتشجعها وحتكون معاها وحتقول لها إنه طالعي في ده العالم كله واحفظي الخبرات والدروس اللي انت تعلمتيها عشان انت حتكوني ملهمة، وهي تبى تلهم المرأة والرجل. ايوه، وهذه انه تعريف الانوثة بالنسبة لها انه الانوثة هي الاحتواء، هي الدعم. شكرا عليا. Thank you so much, Alia. Do you want to translate what you said in Russian?
Okay, just shortly.
Okay.
Я сейчас здесь, на Sunday Smiles, это моя чудесная психолог, да, и она пригласила меня, мы вместе с ней работали и учились в Milan Art Institute, и April тоже арт-терапевт, и я поделилась своей историей о том, что я людей вдохновляю, женщин и мужчин, чтобы они свою внутреннюю силу проявляли вовне и не слушали вот эти все голоса, которые говорят, что там ты какой-то не такой, что-то с тобой происходит. И это на английском языке. In English language, it's oppressor. So, oppressor, how it's in Russian? Тот, кто подавляет. И чтобы работали с вот этим своим внутренним, той частью, которая подавляет, не слушали ее и взращивали свою силу. И, собственно, это мой путь, и я его делаю через рисунки, через арт-терапию и через психологию. Thank you. I'm done.
Thank you so much. It's very not easy to switch from one language to another language. It's just like you're using different part of your brain. ما هو سهل إن الواحد يحول من لغة للغة. بنحاول. Thank you so much, Alia. Thank you. So, Coach Zainab, hi. Where are you?
Hello.
Oh. Did I mute you?
Yes, you did. You muted me.
Hi, Zainab. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm very well. Thank you very much. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. Happy International Women's Day to you and to everyone. So can you tell us more about you and what's your definition of feminism, and how do you empower women? And if you went back to your childhood, what you will tell yourself as a little girl?
Okay, so my name is Zainab Hassan. I'm originally Iraqi, living in Dubai. I'm a self-love and positivity motivational coach. How would I describe femininity? To me, it's embracing your individuality, your essence, and your truth. Once you get to know who you truly are and what you stand for, you're able to embrace that feminine side of you and shine. I'll switch to Arabic and then I'll go back to the second question. اسمي زينب الحسن، أنا مدربة في حب الذات والإيجابية ومتحدثة as well. عراقية ساكنة بالإمارات. شنو تعني لي الأنوثة؟ الأنوثة هي لما المرأة تحضن جوهرها، تفردها وأصالتها. كل ما إحنا نتصل بهذا الجوهر وهذه الأصالة ونعرف حقيقتنا، راح نقدر إحنا نوصل للنسخة الحقيقية للأنثى اللي إحنا موجودة بداخلنا. Second question is, what would I tell Zainab, little Zainab? I'll tell her there are no limits for your dreams. Believe in who you are. Don't listen to anyone. And there's really nothing in life called impossible. Everything in life is possible. I learned this on probably the hard way. I was very much a stubborn child, and although everyone growing up taught me that stubbornness is not the greatest thing, but if it wasn't for my stubbornness, I wouldn't have been who I am today. السؤال الثاني كان شنو أقول لزينب الصغيرة؟ أقول لها آمني بنفسك، ماكو شي مستحيل بالحياة، خليك متمسكة بحقيقتك وآرائك. لما كنت صغيرة كانوا دائما يقولوا لي إنه عنادك ما راح يوصلك المكان، ولكن تمسكي بعنادي ممكن أقول إنه هو اللي وصلني لما أنا عليه اليوم.
Thank you so much. شكرا. وكيف تدعمي المرأة؟ كيف how do you empower women? I know how, but they don't know.
So I have, well, we have a lot of the girls that work with me on the project are present with us in the room today. So we have a project called Project Sahar, and it's a project that is dedicated to young girls and females worldwide. And it's for them to embrace their essence, embrace their individuality and their truth. Dr. Aya mentioned a lot of social media makes us want to change who we truly are. And that was my main reason why I launched the project. I was seeing a lot of young girls who are in their late teens, early 20s, trying to change who they truly are just to fit in with society, trying to change their physical appearance just to fit in with the phases that the society is going through. And I saw a lot of girls were moving away from what they like, what they truly stand for, what they identify as individuals. So I decided to launch the project and kind of break that stereotype where girls are kind of bullied by social media and the society, that the electronic society, for them to fit a certain criteria or a certain, let's say, model, and really embrace who they truly are. Now in Arabic. So اللي ما يعرف كثير من البنات اللي موجودين ويانا من ضمن المشروع، أنا عندي مشروع أو أطلقت مشروع اسمه مشروع زهر، وهو مشروع يحاكي التفرد والأصالة والجوهر الحقيقي للمرأة. وإجا الاسم يعني زهر هو من يعني إزهار الوردة، يعني كل داخل كل أنثى فينا زهرة. كل ما إحنا نتصل بهذه الأصالة والحقيقة، هذه الزهرة سوف تزهر وتظهر حقيقتها وجمالها الحقيقي. فأطلقت المشروع أطلقت المشروع قبل 2 سنين بالضبط، لأن حسيت إنه كثير من البنات وخاصة بعمر الصغير اللي هم مراهقات وبداية العشرينات بدأوا يغيرون من شكلهم، بدأوا يغيرون من أفكارهم، معتقداتهم، على مود يجارون المجتمع وخاصة يجارون السوشيال ميديا أو منصات التواصل الاجتماعي، على مود يحسون نفسهم أنهم منتمين لشيء ما. فحاولت من خلال المشروع، أو حاولنا من خلال المشروع أنه نوصل الرسالة أنه باحتضانك لأصالتك وتفردك وتميزك وحقيقتك أنت راح تتميزين، ما تحتاجين يكون شكلك حسب كرايتيريا معينة على مود أنت تكونين جميلة أو أنت تكونين حقيقية أو أنت تكونين أنثى متكاملة.
Thank you so much. شكرا زينب. شكرا.
My pleasure ابتهال.
So guys, I want you to in our discussion think what feminism women represent to you and draw a symbol that represent feminism or women to you. فخلال المناقشة أباكم تفكروا إيش يعني شيء ترسموه يعبر عن المرأة، عن الأنوثة. So Patty, hi.
Are you calling me?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if I heard it correctly.
Did I say your name right or did I pronounce it?
I wasn't sure if you said Patty or Betty. I'm like, is there a Patty? Thank you so much for having me here. And I think I was distracted trying to think like, oh my God, now I need to draw something. What do I draw? I'm not a very good drawer. So, but I will think of something. Yeah, I love already. I'm so inspired by everyone I've heard from. And I love just the way the blending of the different languages. So thank you for inviting me to be a part of this experience. My name is Betty Cruz. I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I'm originally from Miami, Florida. My family's from Cuba, so that's very much a part of my identity. And yeah, so when I think of these questions, and I think of what feminism means to me, it's honestly, it's also kind of like an evolving word as I evolve. But what comes to mind is someone who it's valuing the lives and contributions of women as a whole, but really acknowledging and celebrating and honoring. And by honoring, that means that we are, sharing power. So there's actual equity and representation. And it means that we're looking at that intersectionality of all of our identities, which this conversation just so beautifully is representing, right? So when we're talking about women and feminism, that might be trans women, that might be Black women, that might be disabled women or women with a range of abilities, might be Muslim women. It might be women who have all of these identities. So I think that the ultimate space for me is when I think of feminism, it doesn't have to be held by any one person or group. It should actually be spread through the masses and collective and representing all of these different pieces of identity. In terms of how I empower women, I mean, I hope that I am playing that role. I strive to play that role. I mentor a woman who's a grad student right now, and I just try to consistently, when I'm in any conversation with women on our team, I try to be vulnerable and open, and it's not easy. Vulnerability hasn't come naturally for me. So, but I recognize that so many of us have similar lived experiences and we don't talk about it. So we think our experience is like weird or different or bad. And it's not, it's none of those things. And it's actually normal and shared, but we don't talk about it. So I've tried to get more vocal about certain things so that I can create space for other younger women or any woman who I'm encountering who might learn from my journey, and if that saves them some of the pain and the longer lessons, then by all means, I'd love to be able to speed up folks' own individual journey and growth so that they can avoid some of that pain, and really. I think an important role in that. So I'm with the World Affairs Council of Pittsburgh, and we work on education, both through public programming and then programming in classrooms with high school students. And I've only been on the job for just over a year, but part of what we've started to shift is to prioritize representation of people who otherwise don't get to tell their stories, aren't seen as the experts, even though we have experts from all backgrounds on all issues. Most often when you're hearing from the experts on a panel, on whatever talk, and a lot of times the people who get to sit in the audience tend to be of a certain demographic. They tend to be men, they tend to be white, they tend to have economic privilege. So we're trying to flip the script on that too. And that's another way, by shining the light on the stories of women and other underrepresented people is something we're working towards. What I would tell little me, I've actually recently put picture frames up of like all of these photos from when I was a kid. So I love this question. I'm very much have been in this space of thinking about who I was as a little girl and how much I've lost that connection to myself and how much I'm now returning to her. And the realization that she was never gone, but she's been silenced by me, by society, by others, but also in turn by me. And so I think I would tell her not to give up her light, because when I look back at her, what I love about her is how joyful and awestruck, like anything is possible, everyone is kind, the world has so much potential. And then that, trauma and other things kind of start to silence you and have you forget your light. So don't give up your light for anyone, and listen to yourself. You are already whole. And if you just sit in the quiet and ask yourself whatever question you need, whatever you're navigating, and you actually listen to your inner voice, to your inner self, to your inner God, whatever you identify with, the answer's there. You're whole already. Thank you.
Oh my God, this is amazing news. There is tears in my eyes. It's like it's really touched me what you said. Like, we are whole. We are always whole, but we lost the sight of that. And in the world and in whatever experience we have in life, we just lost it. So thank you. It's really we are always whole. So I'm gonna try to translate this in Arabic, and I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. So Zainab or anyone, Reem or anyone, you can, or Coach Aya
Will help. Will help.
can help me. Yes. So this is, thank you so much, Patty. Thank you for sharing. So Patty هي تصير نائبة ومؤسسة شركة World Affairs. So شركة العلاقات، شركة مسؤولة عن علاقات في بيتسبرغ، وهي تدعم المرأة. هي تدرس بعض الطلبة الخريجين عشان يلاقوا نفسهم في الحياة، وهي بتحاول تدعم المرأة في كل مكان تتكلم فيه. تحاول تدعم المرأة بخلال مشاركتها لقصتها في حياتها عشان تقصر الطريق ليهم إنهم يعني ما يعانوا من نفس المشاكل اللي هي عانت فيها. وهي بتقول إنه هذا دعمها للمرأة، وتقول إنه تفسير الأنوثة ليها إنها الأنوثة في شخصيات كثيرة تعبر عن الأنوثة. صح ولا لا يا زينب؟
صح كملي.
وبتقول إنه لو رجعت لطفولتها، هي حاطة دحين صور ليها وهي صغيرة، مؤخرا حاطة صور كثيرة لنفسها وهي صغيرة. فبتقول إنه هي خلال حياتها فقدت اتصالها بالطفلة الداخلية اللي جوة نفسها، وفقدت اتصالها عشان هي يعني ما صارت مرتبطة فيها، بس هي دائما موجودة فيها. وإنه هي بتقول إنه لو رجعت بالزمن للورا حتقول لها إنك أنت دائما نور، إنك أنت دائما كاملة زي ما أنت، وأنت دائما نور. فهذا اللي حتقول لنفسها. So Zainab, what do you think? Did I miss something?
No, you did well, but I want to show Betty something. So I have this on my desk. It's my grandmother, my mother, and myself. And it's a reminder of who I am as a child, and it's a reminder you come from a strong feminine lineage. So it's there at my desk. I remind myself on a day-to-day basis.
Awesome. You gave me chills.
That's awesome.
Oh my
Me
God,
too. I'm
amazing.
chilled. Oh my God.
Zainab, please translate that in Arabic.
فأني حاطة صورة إلي، يعني أني بيبي حطيتها على طاولتي لي يعني أشتغل عليها. والصورة يعني موجودين بالصورة معايا جدتي وأمي، وهو تذكير إلي لاحتضان الطفلة اللي موجودة بداخلي، وكذلك تذكير إلي إنه أنتي من سلالة أنثوية قوية. فدائما لما أحس نفسي إنه ممكن أقول فقدت الاتصال أو حسيت نفسي إنه جار الزمن علي، إنه لا أنتي قوية وأنتي تقدرين.
Thank you so much. Thank you. شكرا. So Ritika, hi Ritika. Ritika is from India and it's like past midnight now. Where is she? Can I find her?
Yeah, it is.
I can't.
Yeah, the internet connection is a little
Yes.
slow. Sorry, ladies, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Hello, everybody. A very happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you. So Ritika, can you tell us more about yourself and how do you empower women, and if you went back to your childhood as a little girl, what you will tell yourself, and what's your definition of feminism?
Yeah, sure. I am a full-time artist, and just I've been into art since childhood, and then I, lost the track of it. Got busy in my got married early, and then began raising a family, and just lost myself a bit. So if I really want to tell something to myself as a little girl, it would be that everybody should learn to say no, and believe in themselves from a very young age, and believe that whatever you want to do, you should do it, and you can do it, and there's no stopping. You should be actually like, I think, like Betty said, like you should be really stubborn to actually fight for your dreams, and to work for yourself. But I realized that really late in life, the hard way. But yes, I am there. I am living the life of my dreams now. I'm an artist. I'm a full-time artist. I'm practicing what I love, and giving a good example to my daughters, so that they know how to stand up for themselves, and uh, they learn, looking at me, that embracing yourself, embracing what you have in yourself is very important.
Thank you so much, Ritika. I love your artwork behind you in the background. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So do you want to translate what you said in Indian, Urdu? You can if you want to.
Thank you. I think that should be it, because
Okay.
nobody understands Hindi, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes. Thank you. So I'm gonna
yeah,
translate it in Arabic. I'm gonna try.
yeah, that is
Ritika,
better.
thank you so much. Thank you. رتيكا رسامة، وهي تقول إنه لو إنه رجعت للورا للزمن لطفولتها، إنها حتقول لنفسها وهي طفلة إنه اتعلمي تقولي لا، إنه هي يعني هذا الشيء اللي تبى تقول لنفسها وهي صغيرة، وإنه هي دحين فنانة محترفة، من هي طفلة كانت ترسم، بس بعدين لما تزوجت وهي صغيرة وجابت أولاد وقفت، ويعني فقدت نفسها، ودحين رجعت تاني لفنها، وصارت تمارس فنها، وإنها هي تدعم المرأة إنها هي بتمارس فنها، وإنها تبى تكون قدوة لبناتها. هي عندها بنات، فتبى تكون قدوة لبناتها، إنها هي تعلمهم إنهم يقولوا لا، تعلمهم إنهم ما يفقدوا حلمهم، إنه يقدروا يستمروا في الحلم. Thank you so much, Ritika. Thank you. So, Lena, hi.
Hi. I know you call me Lena, but I don't mind it, but it's Liana. Just in
Oh
case.
my God, sorry.
Okay. I know it's me when you say it.
Thank you. Sorry so much. Sorry.
It's okay. I just figured I'd straighten it out while we were here. Hi. I'm so happy to be here with everyone today. Happy International Women's Day. You just want me to go for it, just start answering the questions? Yeah. So I was thinking, because obviously I am like, everything everybody's saying is like, yes. And so I've been sitting thinking about, how to take it kind of in a little bit of a different direction, because I just am completely on board with everything that everyone has said so wonderfully and beautifully. And I'm in a very different phase in my life. So what I do, I live here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with Betty, and we both live in the same area or in the city. And I am what I do all day long is I'm a liberation psychotherapist and an artist, and I mostly explore identity. And probably the most important thing to know about me is that I'm a transracial adoptee. So I was born in Brazil, an indigenous Afro-Brazilian. I was raised here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and by two white parents. And I think that my journey has been a lot about loss, really, and then how to kind of regain a sense of self, you know, to even understand what femininity is, who I am, that I'm a real person. I think something that I've learned being an adoptee is you don't typically think about birth. You don't often have a birth story. And I've never met any biological relative of mine. And so something I've been thinking about recently, I'm pregnant currently with my first child. I'm due in about 6 weeks or so. And the transformation that is taking place in not just in my body, but in my mind, and talking to that little girl, talking to little baby Liana, has been intense. And I'm sure other parents can relate. And so, you know, something that I've been thinking a lot about is, you know, I've always felt very alien, you know, like I just arrived, you know, and, you know, being about to give birth to my first biological relative that I will ever have known, is very intense. And so, you know, I've been thinking about a lot of this work very personally. And so I think a lot of the work around internalized depression has come up. I know a lot of you have spoken around that. And that's really been something that I've obviously, as a liberation therapist, that's what I help other people to do, but realizing how much I have not done that work completely on myself, you know. I think I have, you know, and then I realized just how hard I am on myself. And that's been probably one of the biggest challenges when I think about, you know, bringing bringing a girl into the world. So just to sort of sum it up, you know, when I think of femininity now, I agree with Betty. I think it's like this constantly it's changed the definition so much, but now I think about it as like very much a connection to self and earth and humanity, and just like the grounding that is all around us, you know, and some of us can interpret that spiritually, and there's so many ways to look at it, but I really think it's about like being in our body, being part of something larger. And speaking of trauma and things like that pull us away from that. And sadly, it can be connected very much to masculinity, among other things, that creates a lot of that trauma, which is why I'm really like thinking about, is it Alia was saying about how to do that work with men as well, which I think is like so important and awesome. So yeah, I think about it like that, in terms of femininity. And then when it comes to, you know, what it looks like to empower other people, I think a lot of it comes down to giving permission to myself first, to be myself, to be clear about what I need or want. And then through that, really just becomes the example that other people can follow. You know, should they, like, it's okay to get your needs met. It's okay to have questions, and it's okay to not live your life for other people. And I think I did that for a very, very long time, and certainly did a lot of work around liberation and all kinds of other things, but was pulled in these directions and identities as a businesswoman that I didn't even want to do. I was like, that's not what I'm saying I do. And just realizing that, like, there was some kind of disconnection. So, you know, really just figuring out, you know, who you are and what you want, and saying, no, that's not what I do. Actually, this is what I do. And how to be more confident in what you want and who you are. And just that permission to liberate ourselves, to do that work, to do that unlearning work. And what I would tell my little child self, which I think about a lot these days, is I think I'm echoing this when I say it's a lot about worth, so much about self-worth. Like I just so many moments of my life where I just was not, it wasn't even a concept to value myself or my time or my energy or my body or anything. It was just not something I even could contemplate. And just really taking that back, you can be in control of your body and you can be in control of your life. I am quite stubborn and learning to live with that. And yeah, so just, I mean, again, I'm so grateful to be here, and I hope some of that made sense because it wasn't what I wrote down because everybody said what I had written down. But yeah, I think I'm in this very existential place right now, really seeing this as an adoptee and becoming a mother. It's just like really intense in a lot of ways. So yeah, thinking about that a lot. So thank you all for listening and being here with me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, I really don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I think you're really empowering women just by being who you are, by telling your story. Like every time I read your post or read how open you are by being who you are, it really empowers me. So thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I need to translate this in Arabic, and I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, oh.
Long story short, Ibtihal.
Okay, so can someone help me to translate this email?
I'll help.
Sure.
Go ahead. So ليانا كانت تتكلم عن مفهوم الأنوثة بالنسبة لها، وتكلمت عن يعني طفولتها وأصولها، أو ربطت موضوع الأنوثة بطريقة جدا معبرة، وقالت إنه الشخص لازم يعرف حقيقته ولازم يعرف جوهره، لأن هذا اللي يخلينا إحنا نكون الإناث اللي إحنا عليها. وتكلمت عن تجربتها مع الأمومة، هي حامل الآن، وقالت إنه رحلة الحمل خلتها تكتشف كثير أشياء عن نفسها، اكتشفت كثير من الجوانب اللي خلتها تفهم أنوثتها بعمق أكثر. I think I covered it, right?
Yes, and thank you so much Zainab. إنه تكلمت هي إنه ما تعرف أمها وأبوها، هي
هاي النقطة بالضبط.
طفلة
شوي
بالتبني،
نوضحها.
عمرها ما كان عندها رابط حقيقي إنه يربطها بعائلتها. فهذا الطفل البيبي هو الرابط الحقيقي بالعائلة، يعني العائلة الوراثية، العائلة يعني عائلتها هي. فهي من خلال حملها، من خلال كده بتكتشف أنوثتها، تعريفها للأنوثة. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Liana. Thank you so much. Thank you. Rima. Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. This is so powerful, Ibtihal. I just cannot, I don't know what to say, as Liana just said. So go ahead.
So I'm really so happy. I'm truly speechless. يعني,
Me too.
All of you sharing your story, amazing story. Like I really don't know what to say on how much I'm happy. أنا مرة مبسوطة إنكم كلكم موجودين معانا، إنكم بتشاركوا قصصكم. Rima, can you tell us more about yourself and what's your definition of feminism? How do you empower women?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Good morning from the other part of the world. And Assalamu alaikum ya sabaya ya sayyidat. من أمريكا. صباح الخير، أنا اسمي ريما داوود، عايشة في تكساس في أمريكا. أنا بدي أبلش لأنه عندي حكي كتير and you know me, I talk a lot, so I want to start so bad. I'm so eager to talk. Liana and everyone, as you said, I mean, nothing is left for me to say or to add. Every one of you ladies said everything. And I do relate to every one of you guys of like everything you mentioned. Like I relate to Aya, of course, with every single thing she said, but the mostly I do relate with her point about social media and the pressure of about on like pressure of social media nowadays on our girls, especially I see it on from the 20 to 30, 32 years old, which really makes me sometimes speechless. Like I feel sorry for them, I feel sad for them, and I feel like they're just wasting the best 10 years of their lives. So I thank you for highlighting that so much. Aliyah, she speaks my mind about how much men do need support and empowerment as well. And that's why I said spasiba bolshoya in Russian. Um, I just always say, like, men do not understand us like women. So they always need to learn more about us and they always need to hear from us about our own worth. Because when you don't know your self worth, no man would ever appreciate you or gives you your real value. So always tell your men in your life, whether he's your parent, your dad, your brother, your husband, your spouse, just show your self worth so they can see it. With of course Zainab, I mean always she talks my heart and my mind. Habibti, I love you. She talks about empowering the younger girls, like, and of course I'm proudly one of her project members and let's say big supporters. She amazed me when she started this project 2 years ago, and I talked to her. I said, I've never seen this yet in our society, in our world, let's say. So that was a great initiative. Zainab, thank you very much. And I do emphasize on how much we need to empower our younger girls, and especially nowadays, as you also said, they always try to just wear the other mask that I need to fit with Zainab, I need to fit with Ibtihal, and they forget about their own image or their own, let's say, everything they own, they have by their own. Also, Betty, oh my God, Betty, you just spoke everything in my mind, every single thing. And that child picture, I always talk with Zainab about that as well. And I just so much love it. I always say we are disconnected nowadays, like, or let's say we got disconnected from our child images, like, you know, life pressures, life traveling, especially we travel a lot. And I was talking to myself 2 months ago specifically. I said, like, I need to start remembering myself when I was so young and so little. I need to tell my mother to send me pictures, because I started to forget my own image, because I have a little niece. She is 1 year old. She looks just like me when I was a baby. So I started to tell myself, oh my God, she reminds me of myself. So I'm sorry, I muted myself. So that's really important to just remind ourselves of our own child. I told you I'm gonna talk a lot, so bear with me. Those points are so powerful, girls. I mean, I love them all. So it's really important to just love the child we have. And Zainab is, I think, one of the best ambassadors in asking. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep muting myself. So that's amazing. And also with Rakira, like being a good example to our daughters. I have 3 boys, and I always say I want to be the best example for my boys. So when they grow up, they know how they deal with women and how they look at women. Because nowadays, I see it, women, like let's say girls, are 2 extremes. It's whether I'm talking about elementary and middle school girls, young girls. They're whether so sassy, as they call them at schools here, like so much spoiled and so much given everything financially, let's say they're not given the real attention, or they're too much like isolated and the other side. So we need to really empower our girls and teach them how to live like moderately and in balance. So that was a great example. And Liana, of course, you speak my mind, and your story is just so powerful. And I do chapeau by you and appreciate you, and congratulations on your pregnancy. That was an amazing story. So to sum this up, like quickly, Femininity to me is the belief that every woman of us and every one of us in societies has to believe strongly that we have to live equally in matters of like economics, as the approach itself speak about loudly. But to me, like to live equally in academics, let's say politics, let's say rights, like as equal gender. But to me personally, as everybody of you said, I'm not gonna bring something new. It's just to believe in yourself, because we've never chosen anything when we were little. Like it depends on your family. It's when you're a young girl. It's like whether you're raised by a family, so they impose their rules, their laws, their everything on you. You never chose anything. When you grow up, it's the society pressure, it's the surroundings, the peer pressure. So it takes between, I think, few women to find two women who know what they want and how to choose their destiny, or let's say their path. So it's not an easy matter. And when you get married as well, it depends on, of course, the partner. How do your mindsets, like let's say, meet, and how do you agree or disagree? So it's always, there's a pressure on us. And let's not forget the pregnancy, delivery, birth, like everything is like we're multitask, of course, angels. We're angels. So yeah, finding self-worth, finding our own value is very important. And that what made me took the path of being an alignment and value coach. I love how to do that with women, and I love how women now are really more empowered and are very open to learn, and they're thirsty to learn, and they need new things. They need someone to empower them and make them feel they're strong. That's very amazing, ladies. I thank you very much, every one of you. And now, and oh, okay, there's the question. How am I gonna translate all this to Arabic? So much. Okay, so what I tell myself as a child, like if I go back to my childhood, right? Of course, like I wish we all can, but I'll tell myself like, you are, as everyone said, you are really strong. You are beautiful the way you are. Just don't listen to anybody. And I've heard this word, this phrase before. I don't know to whom does it belong, but I've heard it. They say, people tell you anything, but they never tell you everything about you. So when you believe in this, you know, like you are the one who you should listen to, not to everyone. So yeah, I wish I can tell every girl in the world, you're strong, you're enough, and feeling enough is really worth it, and it's magical, I believe. So that's I'm sorry, that's it.
Thank you so much, Rima. So
Of
powerful.
course,
Thank you.
of
Thank you.
course,
Thank
of course,
you.
Habibti Ibtihal. Thank you very much. You're amazing and you're awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you translate that in Arabic?
Yes. Okay, I'll try in quickly. Okay, so كنت عم بحكي انه انا بتفق مع الصبايا اللي حكوا قبلي، السيدات الرائعات، يعني ما تركوا لي مجال انه احكي اصلا. فكنت عم بحاول انه اجمع نقاط واحكيها، بس طلع الحكي طويل فسامحوني. كنت عم بحكي انه بتفق كثير مع آية. اكيد آية يلي ما بيعرف فيها my own mentor، يعني my own I don't know، يعني شهادتي مجروحة بآية حبيبتي. بس دائما بتحكي عن الأنوثة بطريقة فعلا بتخليني أحس إنه قديش الأنثى مهمة. بس بتفق معها اليوم بنقطة السوشيال ميديا كتير مهمة، إنه قديش نحن عم نعاني من مقارنات السوشيال ميديا وهالقصص. كمان بتفق مع عليا بموضوع قديش لازم نحن كمان نحسس الرجال إنه قديش الرجال كمان بيحتاجوا دعم ودعم وتمكين بهالموضوع، لأنه الرجال ما بتعرف فعلا نحن شو بنحتاج أو ماذا تحتاج المرأة أو ماذا تشعر المرأة. فلما أنت ما بتعرفي قيمة نفسك وقيمة ذاتك وما بتحسسيها أو ما بتمرريها للرجال من حولك، هم ما رح يعرفوا. فذاتس واي أنت لازم تحتاجي إنك تعرفي قيمة نفسك ونوعا ما تحاولي تمرريها للرجال، سواء كان والدك، أخوك، زوجك، صديقك، حتى يحسوا بقيمتك الحقيقية. كمان زينب حبيبتي شهادتي مجروحة فيها والكل بيعرف هالشيء، يعني مثل ما بيقولوا I echo her everything. بس حكت كتير نقطة حلوة عن موضوع دعم وتمكين الصبايا الصغار، يعني الشابات الصغار. وأنا واحدة من الصبايا اللي بدعموا مشروع زهر الرائع. الله يعطيكي ألف عافية يا زينب. قديش حلو إنه فعلا نهتم بهالمرحلة من 20 ل30. هدول الصبايا بحاجة لكتير اهتمام مع اختلاف مراحل حياتهم، مع اختلاف بيئتهم اللي عايشين فيها. كتير بحاجة إنه نحن ندعمهم، وهو الدعم الحقيقي مش بس الإيجابية يلي صايرة too much على السوشيال ميديا. فوجودهم المتواصل على السوشيال ميديا 24/7 فعلا بحاجة لحدا مثل زينب والتيم تبعها. وكنت عم بحكي كمان إنه مع بيتي اتفقت كتير بموضوع كل شيء حكته كان رائع. اتفقت معه بموضوع الايمج يلي لازم نحكي نطلعه، صورتنا الحقيقيه، صوره التشايلد يلي جواتنا لازم دائما نطلعه، ودائما لازم نعمل اتصال مع حالنا زمان، نتذكر طفولتنا. بحب اضيف نقطه نسيت احكيها بالانجليش، انه انا بحب ابدل كلمه عنيده انه انا شخصيتي قويه. يعني بلا ما نقول I'm a stubborn child, let's say I've always been I've always have like a strong personality. دائما الطفلة اللي بتكون شخصيتها قوية بتنوصف بالعنيدة أو بالمغرورة. ومع الأسف هاي طلعت بكل المجتمعات، كنا نقول بمجتمعاتنا العربية بس طلعت بكل المجتمعات which is good يعني الحمد لله. مع ريكيتا ذكرت انه بتحكي عن اهميه تكوني انت مثال يقتدى به يعني من طفلتك. انا باكد على هالشيء، بقول كوني ام ل3 صبيان بحاول كمان اكون مثال لهم ليعرفوا بالمستقبل كيف يعاملوا الامراه، سواء كانت انا امهم او زوجاتهم او صديقاتهم. كمان لما بيشوفوا هن امهم مثال جيد اكيد ان شاء الله بيحتذوا فيه يعني. ليانا كان عندها ستوري رائعه يعني. ليانا هي طفله متبناي من اهل، هي من البرازيل اعتقد اهلها، واهلها امريكان بيض. فكانت عم تحكي قصتها انه هي كيف تبنوها وما حست بعمرها الارتباط الدم مع الاهل، يعني مجرد انه حدا عم يربيها. ولما حملت صارت هلا حامل عم تعطي قصه انه كيف قديش حلو هالشعور، وقديش عم بتحس بانوثتها هلا وعم تسترجع انوثتها. فحكي الصبايا كله كان رائع. انا ما حبيت اضيف شيء لانه حبين عم بعيد، بس حبيت أأكد على النقاط وأحكي وجهة نظري من خلال تعريفي الأنثوية، لأني ما بحب أقول الأنوثة، ما بحب أقول النسوية، بفضل كلمة الأنوثة. مثل ما كلنا بنعرف يعني تعريفها الحقيقي انه نعيش بتوازن او عدل، نقول بلا ما نقول كلمه مساواه بكل شيء. نعيش بعدل بحقوقنا، نترأس مراكز سياسيه بالسياسه، نكون مثل الرجل متعادلين مثل الجنس الاخر، في عدل بيناتنا. هذا تعريفها بالنسبه لي. ولكن تعريفها لي كشخصي مثل ما قالوا الصبايا، طبعا اعرف قيمتي، اعرف ذاتي. انا دائما بقول لما الانسان بيعرف ذاته وبيعرف نفسه فبالتالي بيؤدي انه يتعرف على قيمته ويعرف يقدر نفسه. شو بحكي لنفسي لو انا طفله؟ اكيد نفس الشيء بحكيها، انه انت قويه، انت كافيه، ما تسمعي لحدا تاني. كنت عم بحكي انه سمعت او قرأت جملة مرة عجبتني كتير، انه الناس يخبروك بأي شيء ولكن لا يخبرونك بكل شيء. فأنت فقط الشخص اللي اللي بيخبر حاله قديش انت مهمة وقديش انت جميلة وقديش انت قوية. سوري على الإطالة، بس موضوع جدا يعني بتعرفوا مهم. thank you everyone so much. thank you أبتع.
Thank you. No, it was great. It was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing and for highlighting everyone what they say. It's truly amazing. I'm so happy. I'm speechless. So I truly don't know what to say. So guys, if anyone have questions, you can just unmute yourself or you can raise your hand if you want to ask any question. إذا أحد عنده أي سؤال يبغى يسأل الجميلات اللي موجودين هنا. كلكم يعني ما شاء الله تبارك الله عليكم رائعات. And I feel so positive with this amazing energy. Everyone, you truly inspired me, all of you. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, ladies. Okay. Melissa? Yes.
Are you surprised I have a question? Hi, ladies. Well, I do have a question because we've talked a lot about the past and what we've done and what we would tell our younger selves. I would also be curious to know, because obviously we have a group of very strong women today. And one word, it's funny, nobody mentioned it, but you all show it very much, is that you all have a lot of strength, because to be yourself and to continue to be yourself, you have to be ready to be strong, because that's not always easy. And like I said, nobody used that word, but you all showed it very clearly. I would like to know one thing, each of you, all of you, however you want to do this, does for yourself every day to remind yourself who you are. You know, you are now all in positions where you are influencing younger generations. I would also like to know how you continue to influence yourself.
I don't mind answering quickly. I actually have to go take a birth class that my husband's sitting in by himself right now. So I'm gonna go but I'll answer that if it's okay with everyone before I like go do all this stuff. That's such a good observation. Like the therapist in me is like, yeah, that's like a way to go. It's like finding that that trend, but we didn't all like see ourselves necessarily in that way. The thing that I think that I do, I'm not particularly good at what we think of as traditional self-care, I guess, you know, so much, but I love learning so much. I just love learning. I used to feel really guilty about staying up and Googling all night and reading and highlighting and just good, you know, and now I love it. I used to think it was like a sort of problem to be so problem solving focused. And now I've kind of learned to embrace that part of myself. So really that that need to know and being okay with that. So yeah, I would say, did that answer the question even? Okay, cool.
You did. I want to add a point
It's
after
okay.
you.
I am so sorry. I have to take off. I just, I can hear my husband downstairs and I think they're trying to like do things with the partners and he's like alone. So I'm gonna go help him. But I am so grateful for all of you. This was just, again, like Betty said, like just being with so many different people and hearing all the different languages and just, you know, seeing that we're on the same page with so many things in so many places, you know, like it just makes me feel so much more hopeful. And just again, the power of that femininity, that power that no matter where we are in the world and what's happening, that we still continue to pull ourselves out of this, you know, and then still find each other.
Powerful.
Here we are on this Zoom call. Like it's so it's just so beautiful, and I'm so grateful, and I hope that we all figure out a way to keep in touch with each other. I'm sure you'll.
Yes.
Yes, I will send you all of your information. But before you leave, Liana, so this theme of this year for World Women Day is choose to challenge. So this what they do. So can we do this before you go? Choose to challenge. Ratika? Oh, she can't hear me. Okay, this theme for this year is choose to challenge. Yes. So yes, so thank you so much, Liana, and enjoy your class. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations for your delivery. I hope it will be so easy and smoothly, and thank you so much.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you. So Rima, you said you want to answer Melissa?
Yes, I almost forgot my point, but I have another one to answer. I always love Melissa's questions and I love to answer her. Happy Women's Day, Melissa. I wanted to mention about how powerful our difference is. Like, look at us now. Behind the screens, we're not even together. We're not drinking anything, coffee or anything together. We're just behind the screens, and look at the energy. I just want to teach the world how much difference is important, how nice it is to share different cultures, different languages, different colors, different whatever. But it's only one thing that connects us today is the power. So it's power that connects us today, really. And it's like-minded that's connect. Like we think alike, we speak alike, let's say. And that's what connects us. And you always will find someone like you wherever you go. Like so many desperate women are out there, like in like the States, if they're out of their countries, if they're not from here. So I always tell them, get out of your circle, get out of your comfort zone. Just find someone who thinks like you. She does not have to be like you or where you are from the same place. It just like you need to connect with her and learn more from her, but you'll always find something very similar. Now, to answer Melissa's question, we all have the strengths that makes us really where we are now, maybe, or where we are all today, maybe. But and I always love to mention, like, you need to know your strengths traits, not your weakness, and improve them. Like we've always learned, like you need to know what you are weak in life and improve that. No, you need to find your strengths and just empower them, just invest in them, learn more in them, like, and always strengthen them. And what do I personally do? Guess what, Melissa? I do not do anything from self-care routines that they post every day on Instagram. I never do that. And I post it myself to people, but I never do it. All I do is my strong belief, like, let's say, faith. I always say, like, whatever doesn't happen is not meant to be, even if I surely wanted it. I always believe that the best is yet to come tomorrow, and I think it's the power of my positive mindset that I have. Or let's say not positive, but let's say like the realistic one. I think realistically, like nothing. I don't have a magic one in my hand, so I wish I do, because if I do, I would do everything like whatever I want. So I wish we all do. I don't have a magic one in my hand, so I always say whatever is meant to be is gonna meant to be. Of course, I work for it. I work hard to get it, but if it doesn't happen, it's not meant to be. So that's, I think, the power that I really enjoy, and I wish everybody can find it in themselves, and I'm sure everybody has it. So thank you very much for your question, Melissa.
No, thank you. Thank you for answering. You brought up the other side of strength, which is resilience,
Resilience,
because
yes.
there's strength that's
Yeah.
strong and holds things up, and then
Yes.
there's strength that bends and comes back no matter what the world
Yes.
brings to you.
Yes.
So thank you.
Right. True. Thank you.
I can jump in. And it's funny, Melissa, as you were talking, good to see you, by the way. As you were talking, I was thinking of the word resilience is another one that you're absolutely right. I love that you bring that in. And I've been listening to a lot of folks who have been trained in Buddhist meditation, and that the concept of resilience, and also how, unfortunately, if you've had to live through some things, if you've had to live through trauma, you are more resilient. And you can teach others by sharing, by moments like these. So I've had that in my mind for a bit now, and that comes from a thing that I started to do for myself every day, which is to meditate. And it's something that I always try to squeeze in. And I started, and through these different teachers, I've learned that it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be an hour and perfect and, the whole vibe. You can do it for 5 minutes, and you need to embrace that your mind is gonna wander within the first 5 seconds, 2 seconds. And you can do it, and then you can, grow and do it for longer if you choose. So whether it's 5 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes, however long. But if we can't make space each day to just like stop and breathe for a little bit, then I don't think we are fully loving on ourselves. And I used to not like the word self-care at all, and I don't think I even use it that much still, but I used to kind of like eye roll at it, and I've come to embrace it and realize what it actually means and the different forms it takes and how necessary it is. So thanks for asking that.
No, thank you. And it's really funny to me that you mentioned that particularly. And it's good to see you too. And you come on, I'm like, oh, I know her. But because Ebtahal and I have a habit of challenging each other. And so it's usually via text. And it just so happens that this very month is because my bad habit is not stopping to breathe. And it's so funny. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 breaths. You stop and take 5 deep breaths. It makes a difference. But she has challenged me over the course of the month to get up to a half an hour. And on her side, we're doing a vocabulary and word and writing challenge. And so
Nice.
we have a lot of fun keeping each other in line. But it's very true, because we've been sold an image of what self-care is. It's a day at the spa or a massage, and it's really not. it's whatever form it needs to take for you. So that you're very, very right. Thank you.
So I'll go next. It's nice to see you again, Melissa. So as the ladies have said, what I've done, I'm not going to add to what they've said. They've covered everything. But what I've done is I've utilized my Apple Watch to my benefit. So what I did is every 45 minutes, I've basically done a random like short messages, and I've timed them to pop up on my watch. So it's, hey, beautiful, are you having a nice day? You can do it, you're strong enough. And it's just like, you know, tiny motivational things that keeps me going throughout the day. And I think what I have adapted in probably the last year was I set an hour a day for myself, whether I'm taking myself to like a pamper session at the salon, or I'm walking, exercising, going to a yoga class, going to the kitchen and cooking something. So it's 1 hour for myself. And if someone wants to basically be with me in that hour, I'm like, okay, you can come and tag along, but I'm not going to tag along to what you want. You need to come to my program. So and that really, really helped, because it made me realize that I am an individual unit that needs my attention, because we kind of get into the cycle where we're passing on our attention to everybody, and then we forget who we really are. And then by the end of the day, we're this really tired, empty being, and you just want to rest. So it's like that 1 hour reminds me, like, no, Zainab time is Zainab time. No one can come and mess with me.
It's very true. And what you say about being an empty shell at the end of the day. Yeah. Thank you.
So guys, do you want to answer the question? I don't know how I will translate this in Arabic. I really don't know how. I'm trying to memorize it.
Go ahead, we'll help you if we can.
So Alia, do you want to share?
Thank you for this great question, Melissa. Yeah, it's very important because, you know, first, I believe that first that we have to learn as psychologists, as where is our safe place inside of us, where is our source place where we can be alone, maybe we can focus in this inner place and can recharge ourselves, because you can't help people all the time. You just can't help people being empty inside, because you are you inspire them, you like help them with cognitive, you know, this thing in their minds, and this is really hard work. So for me, I like to be near by ocean. I like to be in the mountains. I like hiking. Here I live in middle of Russia. It's like the border between Asia and Europe. So we have here Ural Mountains, and we have a lot of hikes. So and I usually go to the forest and talk with the trees and with owls around us in the forest, and so on, with the nature especially. So, and of course, when I have no time, even between client session, I just breathe, as you said, and just focus on my inner safe place. I have different kind of this, like one in the USA and one in Asia and in India and in Portugal and in the France and Galicia, Spain. So I just I like these places near ocean, so I just realized them and just go there in my mind. So I think we we need this rechargeable place, and in outside and inside of us. And we have to be connected with these places inside of us and outside to help people. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Coach Aya, can you share with us, please?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for Melissa for your question. It's a very good question. And as I said, thank you for all of us to share with you what you are doing. But for me, I'll add something new that I do something called walking meditation. I try to mix between breathing and meditation and walking. And I took the way of Tai Chi walking. So it's very, very, very nice. And I prefer to do it in nature. If I couldn't, it's okay. I do it at home. But I can't skip it any day. Every day, I have to do it. Even at home, in nature, whatever it is, I have to do it. So it's very, very good to recharge every day, and you can feel the presence of the moment and focus on yourself, and especially on the body, because I'm very, very believe in body awareness, and it's very good for this point specifically. Hope this helps.
Thank you. Thank you. So I like your question always, Melissa. For me, I try to do mixed things, and it depends on the day. Like some days, I'm okay, and some days it's really hard and tough to even wake up in the morning. So I do this. Zainab, she suggested it, like when you wake up, smile, and it really helped. Just smiling in the morning, and also I learned this from Zainab, like affirmation, and I'm trying to do it every morning when I wake up. I look at myself in the mirror, because before I didn't look at myself. Like I just, in a hurry, I just want to do a lot of things. So I look at, I don't look into my eyes. So now I'm starting to look into my eyes and say, I love me. I am beautiful, and a lot of affirmation. And I'm trying to teach my daughter also that it's harder with my son, but I'm trying. But affirmation really helped me, and nature walks also. I love nature, and I miss nature when it was winter. I don't walk in nature, so a lot of things, like sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I try each single day, even if I don't have the time, just breathe. And breathing is so easy that we don't think that it helped that much, but it truly just breathing and hold your breath for a couple of seconds and just let it all out. It just letting everything out. It's really what a relief, just letting things out. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining us. And now I need to translate this in Arabic.
Yeah, before you translate, I'm glad you brought up the smiles. I'll tell you a funny story. So I got married in January, and on my honeymoon, I got used to like doing the smiling exercise when I'm still in bed. So on the honeymoon, my husband turns to me and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm smiling." And he's like, "Why are you smiling like that? Why are you doing it while you're still in bed?" Funny enough, I got him to start doing it, and now he does it himself. So it kind of worked.
It does. It does. It really, the smile, it just smiling to yourself, like no one is there. It's really, it changed the vibes. It changed your energy. It give you like a boost to continue going on through your day and through your, through your struggle, through your rough time. It really does. So thank you so much for that exercise. I really love it, and I do it. I try to do it every single day since I learned about it. So we're now translating this in Arabic. So, okay. So,
Okay, we'll try to help you. Go ahead.
okay. So ميليسا سألت سؤال إنه يعني إحنا كلنا كيف نعتني بنفسنا. فليانا ليانا إيش قالت؟ Do you remember what Liana said? How she take care of herself?
Yes, she likes those moments of reading and learning. So it's not typical spa days, but she's really hungry to learn. So she gives herself that time.
Yes, so she never give up. And so ليانا تقول إنه هي كيف تعتني بنفسها، إن هي تتعلم، تقرأ، تدور، تبحث في جوجل، كل شوية تتعلم. فلما تتعلم هذا طريقتها وأسلوبها في الاعتناء بنفسها. هاري قالت إنه تعتني بنفسها بالتنفس، إنها تاخذ ثواني ولا دقائق إنها تتنفس يعني تستعيد نفسها وتعتني بنفسها من خلال التنفس. عليا قالت إنها هي تعتني بنفسها من خلال إنها تمشي في الطبيعة، تتكلم مع الأشجار، تتصل بالطبيعة، ومرات يعني إنها يعني تتخيل نفسها إنها هي موجودة في الطبيعة. فهذه طريقتها عالية في الاعتناء بنفسها. أستاذة آية قالت إن هي تعتني بنفسها من خلال المشي التأملي، إنها تمشي وإنها تتأمل من خلال المشي، وإنها كل يوم تعمل كده وتمشي بطريقة التايشي. التايشي هي رياضة صينية، بتحاول كده. ولما ما تقدر إنها تمشي في الطبيعة تحاول إنها تمشي في البيت، تمشي المشي التأملي، إنها هي يعني تمشي وتكون محيطة بالمحيط اللي حولها. زينب قالت
في اللحظة.
ايوه اللحظة، عايشة اللحظة بكل تفاصيلها. وزينب قالت إن هي تعتني بنفسها، إن هي عايرت ساعتها الآبل، إنه كل ساعة يجيها مسج تحفيزي، أنت قوية، كيفك يا حلوة، إيش مسوية، يعني زي كده، إنه كل ساعة تجيها مسج. وريما إيش قلت يا ريما؟
انا قلت انه بقوي، يعني قلت له اول شيء حكيت انا ما بعمل هاي الريتشولز اللي بيحكوها على السوشيال ميديا كل يوم. اوف كورس اي دو تيك كير اوف ماي سيلف، بس انا متعوده هالشيء، بحس انه اتس نيسيسيتي، عن جد ضروره الواحد يهتم بحاله. حكيت انه ايماني قوي الحمد لله، بقوي نفسي وبعطي نفسي جرعه ايجابيه، انه اللي ما حصل اليوم واللي ما صار معي هي لحتى ما ادخل دور يعني الكآبة او الاحباط. بقول انه يعني ما كان الخير ان شاء الله، وبقوي ايماني دائما، بحاول اشتغل على ايماني كثير وتسليمي للامور يلي خارجه عن ارادتي نوعا ما. وطبعا بعمل الاشياء الثانيه بشكل طبيعي يعني، بس بعمل تنفس والتامل هدول اكيد. وحاليا مع آية على موضوع المشي اللي عم بحاول اتقنه، يعني it's amazing بصراحه. آية thank you very much.
شكرا ريما. وأنا قلت إنه زينب يعني تعلمت منها تمرين الابتسامة، لما أصحى من النوم أبتسم، والتوكيدات في المراية، وكل يوم مختلف، يعني مرات أسوي كده، مرات ما أعمل كده، أحاول إني أتنفس حتى لو كنت مشغولة، أحاول إني أتنفس. So thank you so much everyone for joining us.
You missed Betty in your Arabic.
What?
You missed Betty in your Arabic.
No, I did.
Oh, the breathing. I missed her name.
Yes, I did. She said the breathing. Just take a moment and breathe. Yes.
ذلك تعمل تأملات بتي.
Yes. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy everyone came, and I want to share a poem before we go. شكرا جميعا إنكم كنتم موجودين اليوم معنا. أبغى أشارك. I wanna share a poem. شعر. Just a second. So I'm gonna share a poem in English and another one in Arabic. So the English one: count all the ways you're beautiful, your soul and your spirit, your brilliant body, and all the wonder within it, your heart full of love, your mind full of care, your eyes full of awe, your lungs full of air, your chest full of pride, your muscles full of strength, your brain full of questions, Your compassion immunes. Your hand that can comfort. Your words that can soothe. In the good, right, and true, you are a miracle. Unique through and through. So count the ways you're beautiful and always be proud of you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You truly inspired me today, and I can't even describe how much I am touched by your stories and by your sharing. It truly light up my heart that I can't even describe it in words. I am lost in my words. And in Arabic, بالعربي حشارك جبران خليل جبران يقول إن قلب المرأة لا يتغير مع الزمن ولا يتحول مع الفصول. قلب المرأة ينازع طويلا ولكنه لا يموت. قلب المرأة يشابه البرية التي يتخذها الإنسان ساحة لحروبه ومذابحه، فهو يقتلع أشجارها ويحرق أعشابها ويلطخ صخورها بالدماء ويغرس تربتها بالعظام والجماجم، ولكنها تبقى هادئة ساكنة مطمئنة، ويظل فيها الربيع ربيعا والخريف خريفا إلى نهاية الدهور. إن المرأة من الأمة بمنزلة الشعاع من السراج، وهل يكون شعاع السراج ضئيلا إذا لم يكن زيته شحيحا؟ شكرا جميعا لوجودكم هنا، وممتنة لكم جميعا. شكرا لمشاركتكم قصصكم الجميلة والرائعة والملهمة. Thank you أستاذة أغاية. شكرا جدا لوجودك معنا. شكرا زينب حبيبتي لوجودك معنا. شكرا ريما حبيبتي، وشكرا أستاذة آية حبيبتي. Thank you Betty so much for joining us, and thank you Alia so much for joining us, and Ritika, she is like in India now, it's maybe 2 a.m. So thank you so much for her joining us. I think Bushra, she want to ask a question?
Yeah, I want just to say thank you, everybody. I really enjoy being here with the wonderful ladies, and I ran away from Sunday school just to be with you guys, and I didn't regret it. It was very nice hour. All what you say makes sense to me, and if I understood you correctly, I did a little drawing. I'm not artist, but I appreciate art as therapy and part of our life, and everybody, there is artists in all of us, and I did some hearts.
Love it.
Let's see. Oh la la. I did some hearts here, and for me love is all hearts. Comes in all colors, and women, it's love starts in our hearts. That's and grow in it and stay in it forever. That's why we have to keep our hearts clean and open to diversity and to everything, and that's what makes women powerful and beautiful and wonderful. So happy and so glad for the lady who's pregnant, because I used to deliver women, and pregnancy is special, more than PhD, more than anything, especially the first one for every woman life. And wish her all the best, and it's new ladies, new creator will come and power our lives, and so happy to be here. And thank you very much. I love you, Sister Tiel. You create this smile to bring some happiness and love to us. I really enjoy. Glad to be with you first time. Love you, ladies, and way to go. Keep up the hard work and the love. Spread the love.
Thank you so much, Sister Bushra. Thank you. I'm so glad you. Yes, guys, I forgot about the drawing. Anyone draw? Melissa, I'm sure you did. Oh, wow. Oh, all of you did. Oh, my God. Oh, beautiful. Oh, so beautiful.
Oh. Melissa, I'm not an artist. You're an artist. I didn't know that. I just draw as I love art, but I'm not a good artist. I don't know how to draw. I just draw a cord and a flower. That's a woman.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Melissa's really good.
Melissa, that's amazing.
I didn't have to talk.
Wow.
I just got to
oh my
Wow, I love
that is
it.
amazing.
It's amazing. Guys, send
well,
me.
this is all of you. Just so you
word.
This is all of you. The
It
women
is.
holding up
It
the
is.
world, the women who
Yeah.
The sun and the moon.
who was also holding the other women up.
Oh
So
my
this is
God,
you guys. This
that's
is what I got out
awesome,
of you
Melissa.
today. So thank you.
It's really
Thank
amazing.
you for
Actually,
inspiration.
that's what
Yes.
This is
women
going to be a
do.
big piece later. So
Oh my
thank you.
God,
Wow.
that's
That's
amazing.
Yeah.
what we are.
Amazing.
Oh wow.
Very
Oh.
nice.
Share with us
That's
that
what
one, please,
women
on
do
there.
in
Yeah.
real life, elevating
Yes,
each
that's
other.
true.
That's very true, Bushra. We do elevate one another.
I'm gonna share your ladies, your painting and drawing. Melissa, it's amazing painting. Thank you, Bushra, so much for reminding me. And guys, this is the year theme for
We should take a
Choose
snapshot
to
of
Challenge.
this.
Yes, choose to challenge. So I did this painting, and it has I wrote women in different languages. I don't know if you can
That's
see it,
amazing.
but I wrote it in
A little bit.
Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, English. I did it in Russian too. I love the Russian,
Oh
the
la
way
la.
the Russian language, and I did it also in Indian language. And,
Oh, nice.
yes. So, and
Amazing.
also, guys, the color of World Women Day, they have 3 colors. They have the purple, and they have the green, and they have the white. So the purple signify justice and dignity, and green symbolize hope, and white represent purity. So هذه الرسمة أنا رسمتها عشان يوم المرأة العالمي. يوم المرأة العالمي الشعار حق السنة دي. أنا أختار التحدي وكتبت المرأة بلغات مختلفة، بالصيني والعربي والأسباني والهند الأردو والروسي. وشعار يوم المرأة العالمي لونه أرجواني وأخضر وأبيض. الأرجواني يدل على العدالة والكرامة، الأخضر يدل على الأمل، الأبيض يمثل النقاء. Thank you so much everyone for joining us. Thank you so much for your time, for
Thank
your
you so much.
stories,
Thank you.
for sharing. Each one of you, all of the one who came with us. Thank you, thank you. شكرا لكم جميعا لوجودكم
Thank you.
ولحضوركم.
Thank you.
ممتنة لمشاركتكم
Bye.
قصصكم. Thank you. Goodbye. Happy World Women Day. Bye.
Women Day, my world. السلام عليكم.